Carlos Alcaraz's four-set triumph in the 2026 Australian Open final was far more than another Grand Slam victory. It was a defining statement in modern men's tennis. On the grand stage of Rod Laver Arena, the world number one defeated Novak Djokovic, a 10-time Australian Open champion, further cementing his dominance at the top of the sport. The win not only reinforced Alcaraz's reign, but also deepened the era-defining rivalries that now shape men's tennis, particularly his ongoing battle with Jannik Sinner. By toppling Djokovic in Melbourne, Alcaraz joined an elite group of players who have conquered the Australian Open during one of the most competitive periods in tennis history. The victory symbolized a generational shift, as the Spaniard overcame one of the game's greatest legends on a court long considered Djokovic's fortress. As celebrations followed and history books were updated, attention quickly turned from legacy to logistics, specifically how much Alcaraz earned for his latest Grand Slam success. Winning the 2026 Australian Open delivered Carlos Alcaraz a record-breaking payday. The men's singles champion earned $4,150,000 Australian dollars, the largest winner's check ever awarded at the tournament. The historic sum reflected a broader increase in the event's overall prize pool, which rose by roughly 10% compared to the 2025 edition, underscoring Tennis Australia's continued investment in player compensation and the global growth of the sport. Converted into US dollars, Alcaraz's prize money amounted to approximately $2.70 to $2.79 million, depending on currency exchange rates at the time. The financial reward accompanied one of tennis's most iconic prizes, the Norman Brookes Challenge Cup, and capped off a dominant two-week run in Melbourne that showcased his athleticism, resilience, and tactical maturity. However, the headline figure does not represent the amount Alcaraz ultimately takes home. Prize money earned in Australia is subject to local withholding taxes for non-resident athletes, and players must also account for management fees, coaching bonuses, and operational expenses. While exact figures are not publicly disclosed, top-tier tennis professionals often see between 30 and 45% of their prize money absorbed by taxes and associated costs. Even after those deductions, Alcaraz still walked away with a substantial multi-million-dollar net gain. When combined with his growing endorsement portfolio and season-long earnings on the ADP Tour, the Australian Open victory further strengthened his position as one of the highest-paid and most marketable players in the sport. Beyond the financial windfall, the 2026 Australian Open title carried immense symbolic weight. Defeating Djokovic on his most successful Grand Slam stage reinforced the sense that men's tennis has fully entered a new era. With rivalries intensifying and records continuing to fall, Carlos Alcaraz's Melbourne triumph stands as both a competitive milestone and a powerful indicator of where the sport is headed next.